Hello, sisters, and welcome back to the Pretty Little Podcast. We're your hosts.
I'm Phoebe.
No fucking way.
You
literally left me out to dry in such a major way with that.
I can't do it. I can't do it. It's not worth it.
And I can?
Worth it. Yes.
It's not like I'm doing my perfect Cockney accent.
Yeah, that would be embarrassing if you were. You're doing Troy and Belisario's.
Yeah, but you could try it.
No, I can't.
You could play the game.
It's not going to work.
Well, if it wasn't clear by the party pooper attitude, that's Phoebe. And I'm Caroline. And I'm disowning you as my sister. I have to say, you guys, I have started the Mike's Mike process.
I thought you were going to say I have started rewatching Pretty Little Liars.
Hell no. I almost rewatched the finale last night just to again for this.
I was about it too.
I was like, I just watched it twice. And what's crazy to me when I'm watching Mike's Mike, and I'm going to get into my thoughts a little bit here in a second, but not too much because I haven't finished it. But what's weird is I'm watching it and I'm like, okay, Mike's Mike and you and I have probably watched this show with the same level of intensity. You know what I mean? I mean, maybe not the same level of intensity, but we've written down every moment, we've paused, we've gone back, whatever. But
there's something about his. He remembers every single second of that show.
What are his methods?
Doing it.
I'm like, what are your note-taking methods? I want to see the binder. It's not enough for me to have.
I want to know how he orders I need to see it all.
That's what I'm saying. I want to get inside that mind, and so we need to get him on the podcast, which I feel like we should be able to do. I feel like we should be able to do that, but I don't know if he will ever come on this podcast. But I just feel like we should be able to.
I've DM'd him once or twice.
I don't know if I have, but I tagged him in our Instagram story last night. I will continue as I go along my journey because the thing is also I'm LOLing. I'm fully laughing out loud. But he also remembers that there are things I'm like, oh, I could never have told you. It's a nice reminder, honestly, of certain plot holes that you totally forget about.
Well, that's another thing. It's almost that's what's so impressive about how he's able to keep track of even that aspect.
Yeah,
of it.
You have to.
How do you remember these things that aren't being tied up?
That's the thing, because I was like, are you just realizing that as you're saying it, or have you been keeping a log of waiting for certain plot points to be?
Computer must be
I know.
Crazy.
It's really impressive, and the way he breaks it down is great. He's hilarious, but he's still no nonsense. He gets right to the point, which I appreciate, because I mean, hello, there are 200 episodes of the show, so he could take forever if he wanted to, but he doesn't. It's very easy to follow, but he has me cracking up with some of the shit he says. What did he say? He was every time there's a bad wig, he's and the costume department's never seeing heaven, and just continues on calling all the pedophiles crusties and calling all the girls go boss. She go boss too hot.
Have you ever watched any of his stuff before?
No, never watched any of it. I also love how he's babe.
Oh my gosh!
After everything, he said babe.
He's so funny. All his videos are so funny.
Yeah, I've never, because in my mind it was and I realize it's not, but in my mind it was that's the entry point to Mike's Mike is Pretty Little Liars, because I kind of thought that was his main thing. And then when I went to his YouTube page last night, I was like, whoa, he is so much.
Well, imagine my surprise being a Mike's Mike viewer and then him deciding to fully dive into Pretty Little Liars.
So when did he do this? Obviously, the entire show was out.
It's been a while ago. I mean, I think I was early in college. It was before we did the podcast, I think, or maybe around when we started.
No, it was definitely before the podcast. When did you start watching his channel?
Probably high school.
Oh my God. Yeah, the YouTube world is just one. Unless you were a beauty vlogger, I was not in that space. I just wasn't. But ask me anything about Tati Westbrook, I can answer that.
I was watching on that. And in college for AP Lang, we had to do something. I don't remember. We had to do, for some reason, Dan was in my group, and we decided to recreate those videos. And Dan had to be James Charles. And we had someone in our group had the sister sweatshirt or something. So we put Dan in that and gave him a safety pin earring and had his hair look like James Charles. And I was Tati Westbrook.
What the fuck? How did this never come across my desk, Phoebe?
I don't think I knew you knew what was going on when the Bi Sister stuff happened.
I mean, she's like the number one. She was like the number one.
I know, but she
beauty
wasn't really
vlogger.
at that point, and it wasn't really about her.
Well, she
like
was
that was
sort of
my
like,
introduction to her, really.
Yeah. I just remember that I had like a few vloggers who I really liked, and she wasn't even necessarily one of them, but it was really fun watching her put on makeup. Like, I just really liked watching her put on makeup. Like, I liked her whole setup. I liked the whole thing, but like, I didn't really care for her. It was just really her application, and like, she was really good at it.
I didn't care for anybody in that scandal, but it was a blast to recreate.
Oh my God. Did you like make the videos?
Yeah.
Find them.
I don't know where they could be.
Well,
I literally
you start looking.
I mean, like I have
okay.
zero. I even was in something that looked like her. Like
who did your makeup? I know she like doesn't have it. She doesn't. Well, then that's crazy.
That wasn't the point of what
grade could you have possibly gotten? Well, Phoebe, hello. You were being a personality. Her whole thing is makeup. You didn't have any. Did Dan have makeup on?
I don't think he let us put makeup on him.
That's crazy.
He was like, "Yeah, I'll let you put I'll let you tape the earring to my ear. That's fine." He did get a little bit bullied for it.
Oh,
by this one asshole kid in our class.
It's like, okay, then you're doing something right. You know what I mean? Like, if you were not getting bullied, you weren't doing enough. You weren't speaking out enough. You weren't being yourself. Sorry, because anybody who was getting bullied was a real one, and that still holds true. That's still true today.
I would say.
I mean, unless you're being bullied and then like you turn into the bully in like a really creepy way, then like you deserved it from the get-go. I just think that Phoebe, like, that's probably why I never heard about it, because I would have said,
no, I didn't know that you knew who Tati Westbrook was.
That's crazy. You were so checked out of me, I guess. You were so checked out.
You were fully in college when this all happened. Like, I was a senior in high school. It means you graduated from college.
I love makeup.
I know, but of
course I would know about it. And I'm just saying that I would have said, well, let me come home and do your makeup for this. And you're going to do it for real. And the fact that you did it with not a stitch of makeup on actually means you missed the point.
But I think that might have been when I debuted a middle part. I think I probably parted my hair in the middle.
Brave.
And I even had my knees up the way that she does in the video. Where she, because she's sitting in that chair and you can see her knees.
Okay, bragging.
And, thank you. And she's in that, like, almost Kyle Richards. What do they call the things that Kyle Richards wears around the house?
House coat?
Like,
I don't know.
Her, like, muumuus.
Oh, the muumuu. Okay, yeah.
But what's the actual name
like a night,
for that?
It's like a nightgown?
No, it's not the name I'm thinking of.
Well, that's a muumuu.
Like, that kind of, like, polyester floral kind of, like, flowy. There's a name for it, and it's actually gonna make me so mad that I don't know it. No.
Oh my God.
Caftan.
Sorry. A caftan. Ah, yes. Okay. Yeah, when I imagine that, I imagine Tati Westbrook, actually. She loved a caftan. And I don't really know the right way to say that, but I think that we just did a fine job. What did I say?
I do the emphasis on the tan.
Caftan. What did I say?
Caftan.
Okay, you clocked that. All right. So anyway, I'm just having such a good time watching Mike's Mukbang, and I think it's so fun.
Good. I can't believe it's. Well, I mean, I guess you had to wait.
I had to wait because, again, in my mind, this was like the entry point to him. Like, I literally did it, and I thought that like all his fame. Well, yeah, no, I know, but I also thought from like all of his fame was from this. Like, I thought his Pretty Little Liars videos are what got him on the freaking map. And
his main fame was... I mean, I was watching his videos, I think, before he even hit 100K subscribers.
No. Okay, name 5 Mike's videos that aren't the Pretty Little Liar videos. That's
well, I just loved him because I love... Anybody with that accent makes me laugh 10 times harder than anybody without it.
Like, just, he is funny. The way he talks, the way he says shit. And I was like... Since we were talking about the finale today, I was wondering if I should go watch his finale video, but I was like, no, because by that point, he'll have other little nicknames and inside jokes. Mm-hmm. And even though this is just like a 3-part series, like I just need to exactly. And that was another thing I was thinking, like,
well, we need to really talk to him about Memily, I think. Not that I'm so obsessed, but like he didn't catch it.
Well, we kind of are. Now people being like, hey, this Memily idea is sort of driving my next rewatch, and I'm like, I
Have
don't
other
know how
people
much
said that?
you'll really find. Yes, multiple people have said this, and I just want you guys to know.
Guys, it's not there.
It might have all been in my head. It might have all been in our
but
heads.
honestly, like, could be. I want to see Memily edits. I want to start seeing Memily
edits, please. Memily edits, please. What are we waiting for, girls?
Get on CapCut.
Get on CapCut. I know you have CapCut Premium. I want to see the Memily edit.
I want to see, like, someone's gonna be. Have you been seeing the Roderick from Diary of the Wimpy Kid and Regina edits?
No.
Regina George?
No.
There's this one TikTok account that's gone viral, and they've started to make videos as if Roderick and Regina, like, had, like, something going on in some alternate universe in high school. So they're able to,
and, like, is Roderick the wimpy kid?
No. He's the, like, goth older brother.
Oh, okay. I never... those were after my time.
Right. Anyway, but basically, what you could do, the way they're doing it is, like, they'll take different clips, and they're not even just using Mean Girls Diary of the Wimpy Kids. They're even, like, they meet up 10 years down the line, and it's, like, Rachel McAdams in, like, a different movie, and they're, like, putting them together in, like, a crazy way.
They've dropped out of school.
I kind of want
completely.
you guys to do that. Like, tell a story that we've told where, like, like, Emily's, is there a scene of Shay Mitchell in a bathroom somewhere listening to a conversation? Could you splice that with when Melissa and Hannah are fighting? Like we said, that's when Emily...
Oh my God.
Emily was like, oh my gosh, I have a chance.
If somebody makes this happen...
I'll Venmo you $5.
Riches await you. Well, okay. I Phoebe says I'll Venmo you $5. I say riches await you. And what I meant by that is, like, you'll get some sort of a prize, but in that prize might be $5 from Phoebe's Venmo account. You get a t-shirt. We'll give you merch. If somebody makes this and they're like, hey, that's not enough. Hey, you're asking for hours and hours of work, and it's like, okay, but do it for the love of the game. Like,
yeah,
hello. Don't do
we'll
it.
Mention it on pod, and you get a t-shirt.
We'll post it on pod, and we'll credit you. And, like, what could be more enticing than that, really? Anyway, well, today we are gonna dive back into that finale. Obviously, we did our recap. Then we talked to Sarah Shepard, and, like, we talked about the finale, but our time with the queen was limited. So, like, we had to kind of prioritize. And so now I feel like Phoebe and I can really get into how we really felt about the finale. And I would just love to hear, like, uncensored from you, like, truly what was the reaction at the time watching it, because that is a moment in time that I just was not present for, and I'm so mad about it, because I feel like it would have been an amazing time to be on social media.
Cammie and them, and so we can all kind of look back and be like, what did we think of it? I mean, we weren't happy, but I think it was kind of like none of us wanted to admit we weren't happy with it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, totally.
I think it felt, at the time, it felt like kind of a slap in the face a little bit to people, because and I don't know if this was ever confirmed, but the theory at the time was it wasn't supposed to be Alex Drake, and people had started to catch on to whatever it was going to be, and Marlene early on had, like, really said that the fans weren't going to be able to guess what it was, and I think she got so wrapped up in creating something that the fans literally could not guess that it cost her kind of the fun of it. The fun of it was, first of all, it's like the Taylor Swift Easter eggs. It's like, there are Swifties that get wrapped up in it and they love it and it's important to them, and then there are Swifties who don't even really know what the Easter eggs are, or don't care to be doing that calculus.
Right.
And so for this, it's like, I don't understand. I just feel like there were fans who were going to figure it out, and that's part of the fun of it. It's not fun when you introduce a brand new character that nobody could have guessed. There were plenty of fans that were just watching it, and it would have been a shock to them regardless. Right. And then there are other fans who were trying to solve it out, and it's a slap in the face. They're the most dedicated fans.
Right.
They're the people who are the most invested in your show, and now you've just been like, well, I don't want you to guess it, so I'm going to actually make it impossible for you to guess.
Yeah. Do you think that she had, like, a different plan set out and then she changed it last minute?
That's what some people think.
Really?
I think it wasn't necessarily so last minute that it was, but, like, part of me is like, maybe, yeah, because you throw that last episode in and it's randomly a year in the future. It kind of is irrelevant to everything that happened in the rest of season 7, other than just understanding who did Liar's Lament.
Yeah, except for the only thing that, like, And
And I guess we do see Alex throughout the other things. I think it was a last-ditch effort for season 7.
Okay. Because I was going to say, like, in the big article that came out this year, they said that Troyan had been working on it for, like I don't want to say the wrong thing, but I want to say it was like 10 years or 2 years, not 10 years. Trying to
what did you say? I'm sorry.
10 years. No, but in the article, like they said something about how Troyan was trusted with it. She knew about it and she'd known about it for like a long time because she had been working with a dialect coach. And I so badly, no, Phoebe, I know. I so badly wanted to bring this up last week with Sarah, but I was like, I just don't want to put her in a position where she feels like we've trapped her into some sort of like evil thing. But there's no way Sarah thought that accent was eating. Like, and I'm sorry, when I read that she had been working with someone for like an extended amount of time, I was floored. I was agog. I was aghast. I was horrified. Honestly, I'm going to find the exact quote, but that I'm like, you know, and if that's a lie, that makes perfect sense to me because the accent does not reflect that amount of homework.
Yeah, I don't know.
But
how
it does
long
imply
she knew
that she
about it,
knew about it.
But I do think that. I don't know. I think it was a shitty ending. I think it was kind of shitty to do to the fans a little bit. I think it would have been way more fun if it was someone that we knew. And if we could... I understand that with Alex, there were things that we could look back and be like, oh, that was Alex, not Spencer. That is fun. It's interesting. Mm-hmm. But... And maybe wanting to nod to the twins a bit. I get it. But I just think introducing a brand new character in the last hour and a half of a show that's been on air for almost a decade... is like, it's frustrating and annoying.
Well, one thing that I think is funny is like Marlene says in the article, she's like, it was never going to be a liar. Like we didn't want it to be one of them. And I know that Aria being A was one of the main theories. And I just have to read this back and forth from the Hollywood Reporter article because although like, I know this is Lucy Hale, it's not Aria, and I don't want to glue those two together, but this is so funny. So they're talking about, was there potential for other people to be A? Lucy Hale goes, 100.
I remember this quote.
She goes, 100% I thought Aria was going to be A in the end. Marlene, the producers, and the writers were very good at keeping the storylines and scripts under wraps. Sometimes you're getting the script days before shooting, so it kept the mystery alive for us in real life as well. In my mind, I kept thinking, surely it's going to be Aria in the end. I think all of us wanted that for our characters. Marlene King, it wasn't changed, and it wasn't going to be her.
And it wasn't gonna be her.
I'm sorry, that being the direct response to what Lucy said. It wasn't changed and it wasn't going to be her.
Imagine.
It was always a final destination that wasn't one of our 4 liars, but we had fun with it.
But imagine the moment. Let's just pretend for a second that Lucy's Aria in real life, and she finds out at the table read that Alex, like she's finding out that AD is Alex Drake, and she's like, oh, phew, it's not one of us. And then she finds out that Alex Drake is the identical twin of Spencer, and Troyan Belisario gets to essentially be A.
Wait, who's playing Alex? But who's playing Alex Drake? Which actor? Because do we have a new person on set today? Like, bring them out. Like, where are they? And they're like, oh, it's actually, hello, sister. And Troyan goes into her accent, and Lucy starts slamming her head into the table.
She thinks that Lucy's going to be like, oh my God.
Lucy doesn't, they still haven't spoken. Unfortunately, the two actors have not spoken to this day.
Lucy is suddenly like much closer with Ashley than she's ever been. She's like, I just think like her accent. Like, Ashley, did you hear it? Did you hear her accent? I just don't understand why they would give that to her when they know that I have a British accent on lock.
And that's something I have to say. Like, I know that no shade, Lucy Hale. I actually love this about you. But I know that there was commentary about the accent behind the scenes. I just know that there was because I just know, okay?
Especially
and I know that Lucy Hale was like, okay, everyone's like, okay, yeah, she looks like a Victorian doll, but I'm sorry, like, and I would never say this to her, and I love her, and I think she's so gifted, like, she's such a gifted actress.
Of course.
But I just feel like and maybe it's a dialect coach, like maybe it's not Troyan at all, but
it's not a fit.
I kind of expected something different. Like, it just doesn't really, doesn't sound good. It doesn't sound good. How long has she known? Like, that for sure.
A year?
Behind the scenes. A year? I really wish I could find the exact thing, but they said she had known for a little while,
I
which
think I
I
do
did
remember
think was
reading
crazy. I don't know.
Yeah, I wasn't happy with the ending. I've grown to like it. Like, I've grown to think it's cool and, like, whatever.
Yeah.
And I do enjoy the looking back at when, or the kind of getting to have fun when you watch it back and being like, was this Alex or Spencer?
Right.
That's fun.
Yeah.
But other than that, why couldn't we have made it, like, I don't know, anybody else?
From my perspective, okay, like, obviously I've known forever that people look at this finale as, like, high camp, low-key a joke, like, what the fuck vibes, you know what I mean?
I think that's fine. Like, that, to me, if the writers had been going at it from that angle, that would be fine, but they weren't. I know. They thought they were, like... But that's what's also frustrating. It's like, you guys don't insult the intelligence of your audience by, like, trying to make us think that this is some incredible ending to the show that isn't funny.
That's the thing. Like, because I had this distance from it, where, like, not watching it at the time, and I wasn't in the thick of it when it was all, like, you know, like, looking back at the entire show, we see that the entire thing was so ridiculous. So for me, I'm like, what else would the finale be? Like, the finale should be something that's, like, laugh out loud, what the fuck, insane, because that is how the entire show feels. But I do feel like when we were watching it live, like, it wasn't a fucking joke. It didn't fucking feel like that. Like, it didn't feel like camp. It felt like this is a high stakes teen drama, and we will respect it as such, you know?
Exactly.
But, like, now we're able to see it for what it was and LOL at it. And so for me, I'm like, the finale was low-key everything I expected it to be and wanted it to be. Because I already knew kind of what it was, I guess. So it was a different, like, thing. But I'm like, how could I hate it? Like, how could I think this was a bad finale? Like, this is the perfect finale for this fucking show.
Like, I do think we, like, because it was, obviously it was high stakes and it was, like, whatever, but I think that, like Sarah said last week, like, there was, like, a wink at the camera the whole time that we were all in tune to.
Okay. Well, I offended Phoebe when I said
No, you
that,
didn't. You didn't. I got distracted.
Okay. Anyway, okay, so we're gonna dive into some of the things that went down with the girls. So I want to kind of, like, talk through how they wrapped up their stories and if we're happy with, like, the individual girls and their stories being wrapped up. Who do you want to start with?
Let's just go in alphabetical order. Make Arya happy. Let's start with Arya.
Okay, let's start with Arya. How do you feel about Arya's story being wrapped up?
At the time, I was fine with it. I was happy with it. I was happy that Ezra got married at the time. And honestly, if I'm suspending my disbelief, like,
no way you're gonna say
they are meant to be with each other.
Oh my god!
They are absolutely meant to be with each other.
I mean, I'm, like, choking on the words.
Caroline, they are.
No, I know, but I'm also just like, I don't want anyone to hear me say that and think that it goes against how much I also hate them and don't agree with that, okay? But, like, yeah, they're two of the most insufferable fucking people, like, in any universe they would find each other. You know what I mean? Like attracts
this is
like,
their
babe.
third or fourth lifetime together.
Yeah, exactly. They're gonna keep doing this bullshit and putting everyone in their lives through hell for all of eternity. Like, they just will.
Exactly. The infertility, I don't know if we needed to do that to her. There are plenty of other reasons that Arya could have found the center of the Lost Woods resort and started sobbing.
And I don't even...
It didn't have to be this. It just felt like...
Well, I don't even know
we're going to bring this up now?
Anything. Like, I'm like...
We didn't even know that this was, like, something that she was... We didn't even know she was, like, thinking about kids. We didn't know that... This seems like something... It's been a year since we saw them last. This could have been something she was already thinking about when they got engaged and was starting to realize. But it just felt like it came out of nowhere.
It did. It didn't seem... And, like, out of all of the couples, they kind of seemed like the least...
They're, like, gonna be
interested in something like
kids.
that. Yeah, exactly. Like, I just... Or, like, they are going to be excited to go the adoption route or something like that. But, you know, I really should have known, and this is no shade to anybody, but you know how they're always like, well, if you're someone who says, like, what do they just say about... They just said this about Jen Aniston, the critics online. They're like, it's evil of her to say that she, like, wants the kid to be hers. Like, that's selfish. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't agree with that at all. But with that lens, I'm like, well, of course, Arya's like, there's no other way to have a kid. You know what I mean? Like, it has to be just like me. It has to be my flesh. But I don't know that we needed that story for her at all. Like, not that it's not an important story to shine light on.
It's half-baked, and it's going to be unresolved.
Exactly. You're going to give, this is such a heavy, important issue. You're going to give it 20 minutes in the final episode when it's like, we've had actually a lot of exploration of fertility and pregnancy and women's bodies and things like that.
Different.
We've actually really explored that. And so it just did feel like, and I wonder if they thought, okay, if we put this like struggle in, then it gives Arya a reason to believe that Ezra would leave her at the altar. But that didn't even really connect for me. Like, I'm like,
you could have just told me that Ezra left the altar, and I'd say, bah.
I'd say, something. Yeah, he got cold feet. Like, Nicole must have called him. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, there are like recent reasons that could have been. Or how about this? Crazy stalker.
He got kidnapped.
Yeah, I know it's been a year, but that's not that fucking long. Like, if I'm only a year away from this, I just am not thinking I'm in the clear. Let's not forget, girls, you went away for 5 years and came back and it happened again. Like, what difference is one fucking year gonna make? Exactly.
Okay. Next, we'll do Emily, because that's, Allison/Emily. Not that they don't have their own stories, but they are intertwined.
Yeah, Emerson. Look, if they ended the way they ended on this finale, I'm happy with their stories.
Me
like,
too.
Although I do think, what the fuck are both of you girls doing teaching in Rosewood High?
No, I'd be out of there. I'd
be out of there. And Emily, you pretty much promised us you would be. It's your whole
dream
thing.
Of making it out.
Hello, like you forgot who you are. Allie came back, and you're like, oh wait, I forgot the one reason that I would have loved to be in Rosewood is actually right in front of me. Why would I go anywhere else?
I could get the girl.
But I'm like, hey, Allie, why the hell? Like, question more for Allie. Why the hell do you want to be in Rosewood?
Why do you want to live in the house?
No,
looking out the window at the very yard where you were buried
alive. Your own mother, buried you alive rather than just check your pulse.
Then if you just
that's the other thing.
You just spin
rather than check your pulse.
You just spin 180 degrees. You can look in the backyard where your mother was found.
Yes, exactly.
Dead and buried.
And then you can remember about how your mother actually has this evil twin sister, and her evil twin sister actually has an evil daughter who's your frenemy, best friend.
And also you lived here with your evil husband, who your best friend actually murdered and then buried.
Tried to kill you and put you into a fucking mental institution, like poisoned you, and then you got I mean, I'm sorry, the list goes on and on and on, and I just, there's not a world.
I'm not living there.
And I get it for the show's sake, but what I would have really honestly loved is if they didn't tie these two women down. Like I'm like, give these women, and just because they're having kids doesn't mean they have to be tied the fuck down. Also, did they get maternity leave?
Well, maybe in that year. Because we never saw, the babies are like freaking full grown at this point.
I know.
So maybe they're like just going back to school that morning when we catch up with them.
I'm just like... And I'm sorry, my other question
Arya was a sub. Ella was a sub, and that's why the kids are reading Arya's book, because Ella was in the classroom.
She got them started on it, and Allie came in and was like, are you fucking... I
this isn't in the fucking
now?
Curriculum.
I haven't read it, and I wasn't planning on it.
She sees Ella at the rehearsal dinner, and she's like, hey, Ella, this isn't in the approved curriculum. And
Ella!
She's like, hey, it's Mrs. Montgomery. Thank you.
She's like, nobody else has to call me Mrs. Montgomery, including my mom doesn't... My child doesn't have to call me mom, but you have to call me... Mrs. Montgomery. No, I just think that like Allison staying there, and I'm sorry, also just knowing that Addison is still in the vicinity, I'm like, okay, so Allie's gonna be baited every single day, and so is Emily, and so where's the next series?
Oh, don't worry, Jenna's taking care of it.
Oh right, I forgot Jenna's fully like suing Addison. Can you hear my dogs going berserk?
No.
I don't know why they're doing this.
Is Anthony home?
Yep. I don't know why they're doing this. No, I don't. Anyway, okay. Let's talk Hannah and Caleb. Look, I'm happy for them as long as we don't keep having these marital issues.
Yeah, and I feel like they were on pretty decent terms once we ended. I'm happy with them. I wish we had gotten a little more of them maybe in the end that wasn't negative.
It felt like it was all negative except for them making a baby on the couch.
Yeah, like I would have
more
liked
of that.
I would have liked to see the morning after.
I would have liked to see. I literally thought you were going to say I would have liked to see more of that. or the baby making on the couch. Which,
we saw a lot of that.
Okay, guilty. I just didn't like the send off for Caleb, and I felt like that kind of about that all of the boys sort of had something, and I maybe mentioned this with Sarah. If I didn't, I had wanted to, but we didn't have time. Like, I did feel like each of the boys sort of had like an ugly moment or something that made them kind of like, I don't know, in the finale. Like,
is Toby's only thing that he had sex with Alex Drake?
Yeah, and that's not just stop acting like that's a small thing. I can't stand this with you. Okay, I'm sorry. Boys, stop! Stop! We'll see how that goes. They never hear me raise my voice, so when they do, they tend to listen.
So now that's
it's more impactful. It's more impactful if you never raise your voice.
Arya's gentle
You
parenting.
know Arya's like, oh, we do gentle parenting. Shut up, Esther! That's Arya talking to her kid. No, actually, her kid's name was like Thumbelina or something.
Listen up, Road Warriors. I have got to tell you about this book I just finished, Guardian Demon by Aurora Asher. I truly didn't know a romance starring a demon hero could be so cozy.
Okay, I actually did know that, but it's not a competition. Guys, Guardian Demon is the ultimate forbidden romance novel, but it still keeps it upbeat and fun, and it's giving major star-crossed lovers vibes, which we famously love.
Totally. The grumpy sunshine trope is becoming one of my faves. I could not put this book down. My phone was literally on Do Not Disturb all weekend thanks to this New York Times bestseller.
So if you want to be a well-read hottie like us, then grab your copy of Guardian Demon by Aurora Asher. It's available wherever books are sold in print and in ebook, but the Gorge Deluxe first printing is only available for a limited time. So run, don't walk.
Listen up, Road Warriors. The holidays may seem far away, but they sneak up fast. Luckily, we have the perfect solution to help you get your shopping done and have a fun time doing it. Uncommon Goods makes holiday shopping stress-free and joyful with thousands of one-of-a-kind gifts you can't find anywhere else. Uncommon Goods is known for their high quality and unique products. These are often handmade by independent artists and small businesses in small batches and can sell out fast. With the help of Uncommon Goods, I think I was able to beat Caroline to finding the most perfect gift for my dad this holiday season. I found these epic sets of pint glasses made by artist Leslie Thompson. I picked the screen-printed design of Fenway Park in Boston that includes intricate details of the park that will be sure to impress and bring a smile to my dad's face. Uncommon Goods has something for everyone, from moms and dads to kids and teens, from book lovers to mixologists. By shopping with Uncommon Goods this holiday season, you are not only supporting small independent business and artists, but also get the opportunity to give back $1 of each of your purchases to a nonprofit of your choice. They've already donated over $3 million. So shop early, have fun, and cross some names off your list today. To get 15% off your next gift, go to uncommongoods.com/prettylittlepodcast. That's uncommongoods.com/prettylittlepodcast for 15% off. Don't miss out on this limited time offer. Uncommon Goods. We're all out of the ordinary.
Ophelia. Ophelia! Thumbelina! Chrysanthemum! You shut up! You're going to upset your unborn baby. She's not infertile anymore. She's pregnant. She's pregnant with a baby that she's going to be naming Hortensia. You're upsetting baby Hortensia.
I think they're going more simple but insufferable.
Jane.
Jane's up there, I think. Ruth.
Alice.
And I already said this and it didn't get a laugh, but I do think a name like Pine or Oak or Leaf.
I had to make sure you get your laugh now. We're going to bring it up again in 5 episodes. Oh my God, what is this mood you're in? Like, snap out of it.
I don't know. I've been in a bad mood the last couple of days.
Okay, so I actually did pick up on something. Perfect. I was really hoping Phoebe would be like, I swear I'm not in a bad mood.
No, I've been in a bad mood for like a couple of days.
I must be
getting my period. But like, what I'm saying is like, I have 10 days. So I better not be in this kind of mood for 10 days.
Well, hey, guess what? You could be experiencing something we call seasonal depression.
No, it's not that.
How do you know?
Because
it's like, no, I don't have that.
Jesus. Sorry, that's not really my thing.
I definitely don't have that.
No, it's not that. I don't know what it is. But I am in a bad mood. And I'm ready for it to be done because I do feel like clawing out from my insides. So
yeah, no, I understand that feeling. I feel like this is a good time, an apt time to quote my favorite movie, 10 Things I Hate About You. Mr. Morgan, do you think we could get Kat to take her Midol before she comes to class? Okay, now I'm gonna make that for us. Phoebe's mom, do we think we could get Phoebe to take her Midol before she comes to record the pod?
Does that fix your mood?
Yes, bitch. Yes, it does. Why do you think I have it right next to me all the time?
I thought it just fixed your cramps.
Uber Eats some right now, bitch. No, this has caffeine in it.
I don't have the money to do so.
Okay. Hey, don't say shit like that on air. Oh my god. Everyone thinks you're making mills. Everyone thinks you're making millies.
Yeah, Caroline hoards it all.
A millie.
That's why she lives in a McMansion.
That's
by the manor.
Okay, now you told everyone I live in a McMansion. Perfect. Now everyone knows I live in a McMansion. That's great. Oh my god. It's true. I'm hoarding our millions, and I live in a palace made of Midol, and I have 3 cars. 3 cars, and I Uber Eats Midol every single day. Even though I don't need it every single day, I have plenty.
It's just a flex on me.
It's just something that it's part of my routine. I can't control it anymore. It's muscle memory. Anyway,
subscribe and save every day.
Yes. Yeah. And yeah. Okay, never mind. I'm uncomfortable talking about my wealth on air. I don't want to talk about my wealth anymore.
I forgot you're so humble.
Yeah. I'm uncomfortable talking about it. Okay, so anyway, I'm relatable again. Guys, I'm not rich anymore. I'm relatable again. I'm just like you. Just like you guys. Even though you guys also live in McMansions and we're all really rich except Phoebe. Phoebe, is this helping your mood or what?
Yeah.
Me saying that we're all super rich except for you, is that helping or hurting your bad mood? Which one? Oh my god! Oh yeah.
You know what's really gonna help it is
you know what also really upset you? Kava, guys. If you work at the Kava near Phoebe, watch out.
Or Uber Eats, help.
Or Uber Eats, watch out.
Also, what's not gonna help is that after this, I have to go to the post office.
Nothing worse than that.
And we better hope that I can just drop it. They better hope I can just drop it off.
I actually can't talk about what I need to do at the post office without breaking into hives. So. Can we
I thought you were going to say without breaking the law.
Okay. No. Famously, the post office is a place that it's hard to break the law. I think. I don't know what laws you would want to break there, but like they're weird about everything, so I imagine it would be hard.
They're weird about everything, like even the law.
No, they're weird about everything. Why? Sorry. Why are the people who work at post offices weird about everything? Anyway. Back to the podcast. So Hannah and Caleb, what's the job? Okay, Hannah's doing great with her her fashion company, which we love. Caleb bought the okay, they're actually rolling in dough. So I actually am really happy for them.
Yeah, done.
We're good.
Next, is that it?
Spencer.
That was Spencer. Right?
Womp womp. Kind of the buzzkill.
Yeah, Spencer. I hope she's with Toby, but we don't know that.
I can't believe that, actually, because I felt like that was... and that's what we were talking about, by the way, is that you were so mad at me for saying that, yes, that's a bad moment for Toby.
Yeah.
That's a bad moment. Being like, every guy is a bad moment. He's like, are you this again? She's like, and let me get this clear. The one problem we have with Toby...
Just to be clear, everybody, he's the victim in that situation.
I know he is, but also, like, so is Mark S.
Yeah, but
you don't look at it that way?
Mark S knows. No, but I wasn't even, like, I didn't think that until you brought that up about Mark S. Mark S knows there's a possibility that there are 2 Hellies. There's a Helena and a Helly. Toby, there is not a world in which she ever believed that wouldn't be Spencer.
But, like, I'm sorry if okay. Let's say Anthony comes home one night and he says something crazy. He looks at me drinking and Alani knew at midnight and he's like, babe, you're going to be up all night. First, immediately, I'm like, who are you? What's going on here?
No,
Why you're not acting like yourself. Then Phoebe,
Caroline is
he comes
immediately...
in. Listen to me. I fell asleep on the spot because he was wrong. Just kidding. He comes in. He looks so hot. He's like, let's do it, babe. I'm like, okay, babe. And then I'm like, wait a minute. You don't use this kind of aftershave. What the fuck? Where were you? What were you doing?
But for
and I'm like,
all we know,
I'm like, you don't have this
Drake
outfit. What
knew
the
all
fuck? No, but she didn't. And there would have been things that I would have been like, or like, sorry, okay, all right.
I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it.
I am going to take it here. There are things that happen during intimacy that would clue you in. That you might be like, oh, typically you love this and tonight you fucking hate it. Or vice versa.
Yeah, but they haven't had sex in a long time and they're older.
I don't know. They say it's like riding a bike.
I just think, Caroline, first of all, Caroline, if Anthony walked in there and said that to you, your first reaction wouldn't be, who is this? It would be a fight. You would say,
well, I would be like,
say that shit to me.
I'd be like, do you know me at all? I'd be like, what the fuck? And then pair that with
but
the
Caroline,
other stuff. I'd be like, you have an evil twin.
No, you wouldn't.
I would think something was up and we wouldn't be sleeping together.
Yeah, but you wouldn't think
like,
it was
don't touch me, imposter.
We don't know how much sex they had. We didn't watch it happen, really.
Are you trying to say that, hey, they didn't actually even have sex?
Maybe.
That's not true. Phoebe, you?
Because why wouldn't Alex have said, instead of saying to Mary, I can see it by the way he looks at me. He's in love with me. And she doesn't say, I could tell by the way he absolutely railed me last night.
No, Phoebe, shut up. She's not sharing that because it makes her look bad. It makes her look like a fucking
whore?
Predator.
And a whore.
Yeah, so she's not going to say that to her mom, her mummy.
All I'm saying, her mom who did the same thing.
Yeah?
If anyone's going to be sympathetic to her
do
cause.
as I say, not as I do. Moms say that all the time, and you know that. And you actually freaking know that.
Anyway, I think Kayla being mad at Hannah is worse than this.
Why would you give Toby one bad moment?
Because I think he had a pretty good episode. He's had plenty of bad moments, like marrying a whole other woman.
Yeah, but that wasn't really a bad moment.
It was to me.
Yeah. Okay, so all I see is that your moral compass is completely skewed by just you wanting Spoby to be together at whatever and needing them both to be the best couple.
You find out that I'm Spoby forever.
Dude, I would not be surprised if you're Spoby forever.
I'm not.
And by the way, why'd you stop commenting then? If you're Spoby forever, where'd you go? You fell off. They don't comment anymore.
I got banned.
I wish you would get banned from Instagram. I have to do so much damage control. You always are going on and posting crazy shit. I'm like, delete that.
Wait, my stories can be funny.
I'm like, delete that now.
I put up her
change
Halloween
the passwords.
post.
She got back in. I know you did. That was good. Anyway, okay. And then Mona. I mean, perhaps I'm most happy with Mona's ending.
Yeah. I agree. I don't want her to get in trouble, though.
Why would she get in trouble? Mona's issue has never been with the law.
She's holding two people in hostage.
Okay.
I'm just saying, just on an off chance they have to do something in her building and they find that she has a whole fucking cage.
Cage or dollhouse?
Well, okay, they're caged. Those people are caged.
Well, I mean, tomato. I think also, like, if you knew who those people were, it'd be like...
Both of our moral compasses are... Your north is Mona and my north is Spoby.
No.
Yeah.
No, Phoebe,
you're being skewed right now.
No, because that's worse and you know it, and you're trying to make me look bad. You're trying to discredit me entirely. I can see it. The writing's on the wall with what you're trying to do here. It's literally on the wall. In blood? Come on! Halloween's over! By the way, side note, Selling Sunset is...
Dude.
So good. I'm on episode 2.
Emma? First of all, Emma walking into that office with Mary's haircut. I was like, who is that?
Wait.
Or not Emma.
Oh, Nicole.
Nicole.
No, Nicole's hair looks awful. I know.
You're
Well, did you get to the dinner party?
You're walking into this office where everybody hates you, and you are debuting a look like this.
You are now.
Sorry, I love
like
Chriselle, but that girl can be mean. That girl can be mean as fuck.
That girl,
and she's
I would be
gonna
scared
say
of her.
Yeah, I did. I'm a little, I think, farther than you. But the girls giving.
Oh, I was like, this is episode 2.
Nicole,
it's like Salt Lake level.
Like for me, I am like Chriselle. I think we can reel it in a bitch. Like a
I
bit.
agree.
Like when Chriselle realizes she's holding Nicole's,
she immediately started acting.
I was like, you
bitch.
weren't even trying to make this
Yeah.
amicable. But Nicole, it's pretty easy.
Oh my God.
To mentally say, I don't care if her parents were drug addicts and she's calling you a drug addict, or if she's ever called you a drug addict. Maybe it's just the common courtesy that every human on earth typically has to not bring up someone's dead parents.
Oh my God, yeah, you'd think.
You fucking idiot.
And then Nicole's like a pit bull. Like, it's just like, you look over at her and she's like, yeah. And she's like, keeps going as everyone is telling her to. She just like gets in and she will not fucking let go. Anyway, we'll talk about that on Tuesday, but it's so good. If you have not watched, we will be discussing Selling Sunset on Tuesday. It's incredible television. Not that I expected anything less, but sometimes I forget. Sometimes I'm like,
I was a little bit like, what even happened
in my
last
mind,
season?
or is this
like, what am I going to
slay?
remember?
Yeah.
But like,
we're back. Yeah, we're back. Yeah, we're completely freaking back. All right.
So
okay, so like, what do you think was the twist effective in the show?
it was effective in what Marlene wanted it to do, and that nobody could guess it.
Shocking, I guess. Yeah, I guess that's true. Do you feel like it answered everything for you? Like, do you feel satisfied with this ending to the show?
No, but I think those are two different questions. I feel like it answered everything, but it wasn't in a satisfying way.
Okay.
I wanted them to be able to point across 2 full seasons, and I know they kind of could, but not in the way that I was hoping they would be able to. Or even over the course of the whole show. Like, I wanted it to be really well thought out, and it just didn't feel like it was.
No, I agree. And it did just feel like they were just throwing everything in there too. Like, the little Maya's niece moment was weird. Like, there were a lot of moments like that where it was like, okay, I see what you're trying to do, but we just don't have to have every single callback in this episode. Like, you already did Maya wrong. Don't bring her up now and remind us. Like, a lot of people probably forgot. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Okay. We're going to go through some of our favorite moments from the finale. Phoebe and I each have 5. I would bet there's some crossover here, but who knows? And these are in no particular order because the second I have to rank something, I like...
It's impossible.
Freak the heck out. So we're not doing it that way. Okay, so do you want to go first or do you want me to go first?
I'll go first.
We'll go back and forth, but yeah. Okay.
Hello, sister.
Hello, sister. That is... also on my list, of course. How could it not be? How could it not be? And how did I not know that line was coming? That's what I mean. Like, I got a lot spoiled for me. But the fact that our show, you and me, Pretty Little Podcast, is like based on sisterhood,
and nobody
and
ever
we
brought
say
it
love
up.
you like a sister, and like all those things. And actually, it was right in front of my freaking face. I won't say how, but Phoebe has been
finale
like
shirts, a finale merch drop that says
"Hello, sister." You're right. You're right. It really, every time I say it too, I think of Sally Bowles and Cabaret. Hello, darlings! Every time.
But it's better. No offense.
The hello, sister moment was so fucking good. It just... And that's the kind of moment that I'm like, I don't believe they didn't know that was instant camp. I
mean, I don't believe... Like, there had to have been someone on the set who, like, burst out laughing, not knowing that she was going to sound like that when she came around the corner.
Right? Is that her first line? No. Her first line is boo! That's true. That didn't make my list, but that's on the honorable mentions. Boo! Okay.
Yeah, that's a good one.
On my list, I have the opening, of course. How could I not include the opening? Do we ever, like, was there a point to having Lucas tap dance?
Nope. I think just to get him in the episode. I'm like, he couldn't have been invited. He couldn't have been took pictures. He gives Colin
couldn't have been at the wedding?
Couldn't he have been, like, the photographer at the wedding?
Yeah.
Oh, right. That was Marlene.
Or, like, he comes by because it's his loft and, like, he left something there. I don't know. Like, having him in a white tux and tap dancing is crazy. That entire opening scene, is so insane. And I wanted to talk about something. So obviously we have the moment of Spencer quoting Christopher Paolini. She says what is even the quote? It's
right. Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Because it sounds like it's going to be like a fucking Winnie the Pooh quote.
It's, there is no courage without fear. And they're like, who is that? And Spencer says Christopher Paolini, who, by the way, if you don't know, Christopher Paolini wrote Aragon and like the Aragon series. And I'm like, is
Spencer
this
did not
also
read
supposed
that.
to be a joke? Like a ridiculous thing? Like, is this supposed to be
weird.
another? Because like everything they say in this dream sequence is like ridiculous and not true. Like, is this also like, because she would never have been quoting the Aragon
No.
series? Like, or am I just being a bitch?
Or maybe it's Mona being a bitch to Spencer, and she's like, Spencer probably reads shit like the Aragon series.
Yeah, maybe. I'm just like, and also I'm like, I don't know. I just think it's such a weird. That's something I would love to ask Marlene about. I'd love to be like, so how did we
also,
choose
like,
the Christopher
we had that
Paolini
amazing
quote?
moment of them saying goodbye before they all went to college, and it's
Yeah.
that goodbye quote from Winnie the Pooh. It could have
Yeah.
been a callback to something like that. That would have been just
Exactly.
like sweeter. Made
Or you
more
could have
sense.
even had Hannah go, "Is that Winnie the Pooh?"
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like said that, like to call back to it, and then it could have been like a funny moment. But still, it feels like every time we get a quote or something like that, it's a little bit more intentional, and this just felt like bizarre to me.
It's also like that's not someone that I feel like people like know off the top of their head, really. in
No,
the same
exactly,
way.
exactly.
People that she's normally quoting.
I would more expect Hannah to have read the Aragon series than Spencer, but also Hannah's not like remembering any quotes from it. You know what I mean? So even so, it's just like, I don't know. I just thought that was weird. It honestly would have been a good time for her to quote Arya's book. That would have been a good moment.
Yes.
She could have quoted it and said it's Arya Montgomery or it's
Ugh.
Ezra Fitz or something like that. But anyway, the entire opening sequence, and then of course zooming out and seeing that it's my girl Mona,
It's just
bestie.
crazy that that's how it all started.
Defend her with my life. And one of the things Mike just, I guess I could just call him Mike, but you might think I'm talking about Mike Montgomery. But he reveals that Mona is A, and he goes, in my opinion, she did nothing wrong. Everything was completely justified, and love her, and love her. Blah, blah, blah. Like I don't remember what it was exactly I can't remember any of the exact words he used. But it was
funny,
so funny. Like he was just immediately like, and everything she did was completely justified, and they deserved it, and yeah, so she did nothing wrong. Anyway, okay, what's your next on your list? Was the opening on yours?
No. Next is Jenna. The scene where Jenna is walking out of Vivi's office, and we find out that she's suing. It's this whole scene. She's suing Addison, but then we hear she like hugs Spencer, and then Spencer's looking up and smiling at Vivi, and Vivi's like, "What?" And Vivi goes, Spencer goes, "Nothing. You're just a complete rock star."
Total freaking rock star.
And then that Jenna may as well not smell Spencer, but may as well hear Spencer and say, "Toby." I don't think Spencer's Spencer.
Spencer isn't Spencer. Call me crazy. That was on my honorable mentions list because I also love that. I love any moment where like Jenna is truly omnipotent. Jenna knows everything and yet allegedly cannot see. I do think it's crazy Jenna ends the series still not being able to see.
Yeah.
I mean, not that like I care that much because fuck Jenna.
But it is like she's been trying for so long.
That's what I'm saying. She's done like how many surgeries and we still couldn't just give it to her at the end? Like, I don't know. They should have ended it with Jenna taking off her glasses and winking at the camera or something.
I think Jenna would have been a great contender for being A. I don't know why that wasn't really on the list, really.
Because honestly, at that point, it would have felt too obvious, too. That, like, people wouldn't have been guessing it, I feel. You know?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like, it still could have been her, and it wouldn't have... I don't know. Okay. On my list, I have, like, the entire Addison school moment. It's just too fucking funny not to include here. Like, her being, like, physically assaulted by two teachers and in like, within 30 seconds is amazing.
And she's still not really the victim in the situation.
Exactly. She's still, like, completely the antagonist, like a bad person. But the moment where Allie grabs her arm and then when Jenna grabs her hand, like, it's just so good. I love seeing
I may not
that
be able to
get what was
see, but
coming
I can
towards
smell
her.
a bitch a mile away.
And also, like, Jenna, You can't say that. You're in school. You work here. You cannot say this to a student. Addison is going to have a case pretty soon. She's going to be like, yeah, all the teachers are manhandling
she's actually just
me.
instigating. She's baiting all of you teachers so that she can eventually get you all fired.
And it's fucking working. But all of that is just pretty iconic. And then, of course, that's when we see Sydney Sweeney in the show, which is a jump scare if you want it to be. You know, it's kind of crazy. All right, what's next for you?
Next is Ren. The whole Ren reveal.
Wow, really?
Of him being dead, but also being made into an eternity stone. Him being the father of Emily and Allison's kid. Him shooting out straight in the chest.
Good point.
All of that, really.
Being the father of those children. I also just and maybe this is me being stupid, but did you anticipate Ren being such a big part of the story at the end? Like, when you were watching it, like, I really was just never and you know what? Neither was the actor. Neither was he, because he did not make himself available to come back.
But he made himself available for that weird random airport scene.
Yeah. And that's it. Very odd, but I just never saw him coming back, honestly. His obsession with Spencer ran so deep. No. Okay, next on mine is Deja Vu, bitch, and then Mona knocking Spencer out.
That's a really good one.
Mona's in like almost
we needed that callback.
It's so good. She whacks her. It makes a really satisfying noise, which is always important in a good whacking scene. I just love Mona getting to be Mona. Here's what I really just think. Like, this whole episode, Mona just got to fucking beat in her Mona oats.
Yeah,
know?
definitely.
She didn't have to be anybody else. But question for you about it, like, for Mona, do you think, I can't tell, was she, as soon as she got out of the game, or out of Welby, was she already deciding that she was going to help out the girls? Or did AD piss her off with the whole, like, Melissa thing and not telling her information, and then she decided to try to play to beat AD?
I think she was playing for the girls the whole time, but I think her methods changed. I think when she realized she wasn't going to be able to get AD to trust her in a way where AD would reveal themselves to her, she was like, well, fuck you, I'll take matters into my own hands. Like, you don't get my power anymore to do whatever you want to do until I get to meet you. Maybe. I could see it going both ways, but that's kind of what I think.
Yeah, that makes sense. All right. I think you should have, one more?
I think I have two more.
Okay.
Wait. No, yeah, one. Well,
it's okay. You can have more then.
Arya going into the middle of the Lost Woods resort and waking everybody up with her.
Okay,
crying.
wow. You chose the saddest moment of Arya's life and made that one of your favorite moments of the episode.
Yeah.
No, it is. It's just
and more so like
Arya.
If we hadn't made Arya into who Arya is, like watching the show back, that wouldn't have made it onto the list. But
it might have been a nothing burger of a scene, honestly. But
and now, guys, if Caroline's gotten anything out of this whole podcast, is that she knows that nothing burger is a saying.
And this is Phoebe's way of making fun of me for saying it right here.
No,
even though I would have said
it's just
it
a way
anyway.
of reminding you that
everything I've learned here.
Yeah, exactly.
Everything I've learned from this show. Yeah, no, you're right. That's on the list for sure. I did not think that was real, and now I do feel like I see that word, or like people say it like fairly often. It's like, were my eyes just closed this whole time, or are you all in on it? You know what I mean? Okay. Good talk.
Sorry, I just got some sad news.
What?
No, not about that.
You're not going to Sabrina Carpenter?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
This was a real tough ticket, but one day. I'm just not meant to see her. I've been trying to see her since I was freaking 13 years old. And
wow, you'll see her.
Eventually.
You will see her. It's only going to get harder.
Hopefully it only gets easier. Hopefully it only gets easier for me.
Maybe. Okay, now bragging. Okay, crazy. Well, now bragging. No, you'll see her. I believe it. Somehow, some way. Maybe I'll get tickets for us one day. Leave it to me. Probably be me who does it. Anyway, my last scene is the last scene. Just seeing that Mona, like, for me, I'm like, okay, and you are fully absolved now. I can completely forgive you for everything you did to my girl Hannah. I just love seeing Mona be a good friend. I really do feel like this absolved her of everything for me. Like, you now to the end have made sure that you are like making up your debt to Hannah, what you did to Hannah. You are like,
and to an extent, the things that were done to her.
Agree, totally agree.
Past the point where Mona was made. Where Mona was A. Mona was, and the girls never gave her credit for this. She was also a victim. She was brought into the dollhouse, and that was part of why Alex became the way that she was. I mean, I know that AD wasn't necessarily.
And we didn't even see like everything that happened to Mona. You know?
So I think that there's also a piece of it that's like, I want to fucking torment this bloodline.
Yeah, for sure.
The Drakes.
Well, I think that the final scene, and honestly, that was like the most fun twist for me because I had already gotten the Alex Drake twist kind of ruined. And I mean that in a nice way. But like to see this Mona thing happen and then I didn't realize that was the cop. And I was just like, I liked that twist. It really worked for me. So that was also my list. Do you have anything else on your list? Was that everything?
My last one, my one honorable mention. Well, okay. My last one that made the list is when Toby, like, just the blocking of the scene makes me laugh. The way that, like, Toby doesn't knock on the door, but Toby wasn't in the conversation in the room with everybody. So and we don't hear the door open. So when he walks in and he presents the French Catcher in the Rye with no notes, he's just like, because I think they say, we're going to text Spencer. And then we don't hear a door open. We don't hear any movement. We just hear Toby go, I wouldn't do that if I were you. Like, is this a high school play?
He's literally been standing there waiting for his cue line.
Like,
I wouldn't do that if I were you. And
literally, he's standing next to the cameraman, and he's like, okay, it's my cue. All right.
And now, okay.
I would do that if I were you. So, and I wrote Himbo Toby. He is Himbo Toby. This
That's
episode.
such a good, the way you just said, is this a school play? Just really nailed it. Really nailed that entrance because it's such a specific thing. It's excellent. Oh my God.
My last one is just the general horse. We had to throw that in there. I feel like for Sarah, that was her. She could not get enough
that
of the fact
horse.
that the horse is how we started to realize that, that Spencer wasn't Spencer.
She loved it. And you know what?
Like, guys, so much so that, like, when she got on, we had some technical difficulties. So, like, I had like 5 minutes with her the night before where she brought it up then too. She was like, we were just laughing about it together because she was like, and I couldn't believe that it was the horse. Guys, and then she kept bringing it up on the episode. I was like, you're kidding me.
She's so fun. She is like such a fun person to talk to. And I don't know. I hope you guys enjoyed the episode, but it was just like a hoot to hear her talking about it. And like, she is dead set on rewatching the series. She's like, I need to go back and just get into this. And like, how fun, honestly, for her. Like, I would love to I was like, you have to text us your thoughts as you're doing it because I need to know, like, what a surreal experience that would be. Can you imagine like creating that world and then just like seeing the mayhem that people are creating within it? You know,
well,
what
probably
I mean?
Like if she were to really sit down and listen to some of our recaps, she'd be like, how did they even get?
Feel the same way.
Because it's honestly like a game of telephone. It's like her books into the TV show into our lore.
Yes, completely. So, guys, next Thursday's episode, we are wrapping up Pretty Little Liars with all these episodes. So hopefully you feel as satisfied as we do when we finally come to a close. But we are going to be going into, this was someone's idea a while ago, and they thought it'd be cool if we did like our ultimate rotations. And so I would like to do next week dream and nightmare rotations for like different punishments, for outfits of the girls, for characters, next week. Phoebe's like, what the fuck? I don't have any of this prepared.
I thought you just meant characters. So
I think we get really into it. I think we do like seasons. I think we do like different episodes, things like that, and we'll talk about it. But I think it'll be a really fun way to sort of like kind of send this off a little bit more. And as we get going on in this month, we're going to be talking about some other TV shows, and we're excited to get into it. So stay tuned on all of that. Make sure you're following us on social media so you can be the first to know about any updates that are coming. It's at The Pretty Little Podcast. The O in podcast is a 0. Definitely check that out so that you are not missing out on any of the exciting stuff to come. All right, I think that was a really nice, healthy, thorough of that finale. It was a crazy one. I pretty much freaking loved it. And I'm excited to talk next week about our rotations. Thank you guys so much for listening. We will see you next week.
And...